It's not what I know, it's who I know. And that's why my special guests on the quest are two wonderful ladies from the local Arizona MS Society chapter, Sue Kelly and Brandee Wessel. Welcome back to our show.
Thank you.
Sue,
Thanks.
welcome back. And I want to tell you, if you missed any part of yesterday's show on our special tribute to the Society of MS, who is raising money for research and awareness, you need to hop back out on our site, www.brokersalliance.com, or our Vimeo or our YouTube, and catch it all for the whole week and really understand why we, every so often we pick a charity that we just want to really help, and we want to go to the bat with women. We want to add our voice of support to these gals that are suffering and have went through terrible things. When you walk into it and your first thought is, I have a disease, or I have a death in a family, or I have something that has a major impact in a family, I want to draw back and start to think of, wow, how do I operate? How will I go forward? What will my life change? What are the things I'm going to have to rearrange in my life? I have no idea, because it seems to me to be so overwhelming. But Sue, you went through this yourself, and I just want to kind of touch a little bit on yesterday and then walk through a little bit about what was it like when you first found out you had MS and you went home and you told your kids. Well, you know, I'm thinking you probably told your husband first.
He was with me.
He was with you when it happened.
Yes, yeah.
What was that like for him?
I think it was shocking for both of us. I mean, we knew something was really wrong, but we walked out to the car in silence and thinking, wow, how are we going to tell the kids? And they knew something was up, because all of a sudden Mom is rushing off to get an MRI. And we got home and sat down with them right away and let them know. And they were worried that this would affect my life expectancy. And I said, no, I'm going to be okay, but we'll have some challenges in the future.
When you have children involved and you're trying to, do you believe that was the right thing to do, to let them know right then and there up front?
For our family it was, but every family's different. You have to gauge that by your kids and how you feel they would take it and their ages. I mean, our kids were 16 and 11. Our oldest daughter got her driver's license a week after I was diagnosed, and my vision had been bad, and she had to drive me everywhere. I think she got really tired of driving, but I couldn't even apply that fake brake, you know, thinking, okay, she's doing something crazy. I couldn't do that because I couldn't see well enough. So they knew something was up, and if we hadn't told them, I think it would have made it worse for them.
Well, let me ask you this, Brandee, when you hear Sue's story, is that typical? Are most parents telling their children right up front, or some take a little different tack, or is that pretty much it's better to just get it out on the table?
A lot of the parents that I've talked to and have experienced, yeah, they get it right out on the table, because I think they just want to be honest, and sometimes they view it as almost like this is a family disease. You know, all hands are on deck now, and they, you know, need to be open communication and, you know, really helping each other out.
Do you think, because your children were pretty much, well, the one was a little younger than teenage, but they were right around the teenage time. Are there families that have smaller, younger children? Because at least, you know, in your teens, you can understand what's going on. You don't have maybe a full grasp, but you have an understanding. What about coming home with little children and how to express mother's tired? Mom can't see right. I'm struggling to go to work. I need you to pick up your toys, you know, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's so different for every family, and when the kids are itty bitty, because some women will get a diagnosis not long after having a baby, then it seems that the challenges of MS that a family experiences just become part of daily routine for those kids, because they haven't known anything different. They know that, okay, Mommy doesn't like to go outside too much in the summer, or, you know, Mommy needs to take a nap in the afternoon.
I'm trying to envision all the clients that you deal with, and we're just speaking about Arizona. What was that number you told me in between shows, you were saying?
I said we have 8,000 clients living with MS, and we also say we serve 24,000 clients when you include their families and loved ones.
And we're speaking Arizona. So what is the, I'm afraid to ask, what is the number in the United States? Do you have any idea what that number is?
Yeah, you know, we know that it's definitely higher than this, but we say 400,000 with 200 people, more people diagnosed every week.
Well, of course, you know, we're talking with Brandee. She is the Director of Development of the Arizona chapter of the MS Society. And of course, with us, the chairwoman of this huge event, April 28th, that's coming up. It's going to be held at the prestigious, I must say, Arizona Biltmore. I still haven't got my invitation, I just want you to know. And I'd like to come just because I know the food's going to be fabulous, right?
Yes.
And then, of course, we're right by the resort and spa, so we'll have to take a little dip and get a little back rub, right? I'm just trying to see if I can, you know, milk this thing for everything I can.
I think you've got your day planned out there.
I think I do. I think I do. I'm going to be hanging with the gals down at the MS Luncheon. But, you know, this isn't just for women. This is an invitation across the board.
Yeah, we'd love for anybody to come out to the luncheon. We have some men who sponsor tables.
I mean, you have GoDaddy doing this.
We sure do. And
that was a shocker to me, I have to say.
And selling our raffle tickets. We have Phoenix firefighters. They sold our raffle tickets last year.
What are you
They
giving
did a
away?
Fantastic job.
Is the raffle still on?
It's actually at the event.
At the luncheon.
Yep.
At the event. What are they giving away?
Oh, we've got 5 wonderful packages. So
Anything big that Steve would be interested in?
Oh, anything ranging from, you know, stuff from the Arizona Diamondbacks to
so
stays at local resorts,
sports
spas.
memorabilia.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. 1 ticket for 25, 5 for 100.
Now, talk about your 2 guests that you're going to have there.
Yes. Cameron Parker is our keynote speaker. She lives here locally and has been living with MS for several years. And she is the spokeswoman for OLAY. And then we also
OLAY,
have
the cosmetic.
The cosmetic company, yes. And Dr. Darren Akuda will be giving an MS research update.
And is Dr. Darren's specific area, is this his specific area, or is he more of a general practice? But no, MS.
He's a neurologist, so I believe this is his focus, but at the same time I think he's an overall neurologist as well.
Well, Sue, I was thinking about this. One of your relatives was telling me that you went on this thing called the MS Challenge Walk. What's that about?
We don't have one here in Arizona, but I did that 5 or 6 years ago in Denver. Some friends said, oh, you should come on this walk with us. And I think I had a glass of wine or something and said, okay. And didn't realize that it was 53 miles over the course of 3 days. They told us it was 50, but they did lie. We walked 23 miles the first day, 20 the second, and 10 the third. And
wait a minute. You're walking 50 plus miles in 3 days, but in the show yesterday, you were talking to me about how fatigued MS can bring your body down to such a level of no energy, and now you're telling me you're doing 53 miles in 3 days.
I haven't done it since.
So we do get smarter with age. Okay.
Yes. No, I mean, I was fortunate to be able to do that at that time, and we walk for those who can't be there. There was a little girl who had just been diagnosed at age 9, you know, walking for her. It was...
Well, stop me. Let me go back. Age 9. Now, generally, MS is right around the 20th something age. Age 9.
We are seeing it earlier and later. You see it in kids, you know, as young as 6, 7, in people in their 70s getting a diagnosis.
Really, that late?
And one thing I was going to say is that, and Sue, you and I were talking about this the other day, that you felt like you remember symptoms back from when you were in high school, but at the time there wasn't as much, you know, going on as far as diagnosis. So some of these people think that they remember symptoms from when they were a child, a teenager, but they really didn't, you know, have anywhere to go.
Was that your experience then too?
When I think back, I was diagnosed right before I turned 40, but when I think back, I was coming home from high school taking a nap every day. That's not something most high school kids do.
Well, no, because you were telling me about your type A drive remote personality and Miss Positiveness, and you know, I mean, if you were a cheerleader, it would not surprise me.
Oh, I so was not.
I just said it wouldn't surprise me.
But then I had symptoms after having our second daughter. My left arm went numb, and you know, there was a reason that sounded like it made sense. You know, they said, well, you have a pinched nerve. That made sense, so I didn't really think anything else of it.
Now, I want to go down that road just for a second, because when I was Googling, I noticed that a lot of women had the experience of, after a child, MS all of a sudden surfaced. What, do we know why that happens?
No, I mean, it's something that we're doing a lot of research around, but it is something that we have seen time and time again.
I know. I'm trying to get my medical mind around something like that. Why that would occur at that time, and then going back to this child, right? At 9, you said, and I'm thinking that is so outside the normal convention of time. You know, because you guys are in your 20 to 50 block. You see younger and older. Are they discovering more people like in long-term care facilities over having MS?
You know, that I'm not sure about. I think a lot of the reason why we're discovering people with MS at other ends of the age spectrum is because our diagnostic techniques have gotten that much better. MRIs are more sensitive. Physicians are really keying into physical history with patients, so I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing more.
We are seeing technology open up more and more, but we're still looking for the root cause. This is why we're holding this kind of fundraiser at the Biltmore, so that we can not only see what's going on and try to figure out, but to actually conquer it. Well, listen, coming up in our next segment, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the treatments and how to manage MS.